Hi, Travis with POSGuys.com. Today we're reviewing Zebra's latest 2-inch printer, the ZD410. This is the only 2-inch printer that they are going forward, and it's a direct replacement for the older LP2824. The LP2824 was a great printer. It's been in the market for about 10 years right now. There's a 2824 Plus, there was a TLP version, but overall it was kind of the little engine that could. It was a small, durable printer, good for printing little address labels or jewelry labels, things like that. The ZD410 is an upgrade. It has a new interface that is much easier to use than the one-button interface. Calibrating is much more straightforward, much easier to do. Loading in labels is the same way as the old printer. It's a clamshell design. You release the clips, drop in the media, close the top, and you're ready to print. It is better than the 2824 because it is now available with more options. There's new interfaces available. There's Bluetooth, there's Wi-Fi. You can add Ethernet after you purchase the printer. You can also add cutters or peelers in the field. You don't have to purchase those things ahead of time anticipating that you're going to use it in the future. You can add them on later on. The price point on it is similar, the warranty is similar, and then size-wise, it's actually a little smaller. Your width is going to be pretty much the same, but the height, it's a little bit shorter. So overall, a little smaller, and overall a little better printer. There is also a 300 DPI label, 300 DPI printer version available, which makes jewelry labels able to use a much more dense barcode. 300 DPI can print finer lines so that you can print very, very small, very, very tight barcodes. So that is a welcome addition to the 2-inch printer line. Maximum print speed on the ZD410 is 4 inches per second if you're printing in 300 DPI mode, and 6 inches per second if you're printing in 203 DPI mode. I'm going to print here some sample labels. This is printing in 300 DPI, so your max print speed is 4 inches per second. I'm going to print 10 labels. Changing media and calibrating is a much more simplified process than the past. I'm going to take out my short labels here, and I'm going to switch into a black mark label. You drop it in like before. If you want to adjust, there's a little wheel there that you can adjust the absolute thickness of it. You can make it a little wider if you want a little more play on the wheel. Close it up. So to calibrate in the past, you had to turn off the printer, hold down the button, turn on the printer, wait for a light to flash, and then let go. Now, at any point, if you hold down the 2 buttons on the edge and wait for 2 seconds, it'll spit out a new label that's calibrated. Printing the configuration of your printer is much easier too. You just hold down the last 2 buttons on the side. You'll see some lights blinking. And then it splits out the configuration of the printer. So 300 DPI printing allows some very dense barcodes to be printed. So you can print on a very small jewelry label. This is the butterfly label. Your ring or item goes in the middle and then it wraps around the side. As you can see, I have a very, very tiny barcode on it. And in order to print that, you do need 300 DPI. It prints 300 DPI at 4 inches per second. I'll print 5 more labels. And you get high quality labels on jewelry stock. This is a big improvement over the old printer where you couldn't print nearly as dense barcodes on a jewelry label. So overall, how do we rate the ZD410? It's an improvement on the 2824. The calibration process is much better, which was one kind of the hang-ups of the older printer. So overall, it's a good buy. It's definitely cheaper than the 4-inch model, so if you're printing things like jewelry tags, address labels, you never need to go into that 4-inch print width, then I highly recommend the ZD410, and it is one of the only 2-inch print width models on the market, so definitely a good buy. The standard warranty on the ZD410 is 12 months or 1 year. Extended warranties are also available if you want comprehensive coverage or faster replacement. Your standard interface is USB. There are Ethernet, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth serial interfaces either as add-on modules or as optional models to be purchased. This is the healthcare white version. It's plastic, also can be sprayed down so you can sterilize it. There's the gray version is also available. That's a little less. It's your standard retail version that can't be sprayed down as well. The plastic is normal plastic on it. For more information on this printer, to purchase the printer, to purchase supplies for it, please visit us at POSGuys.com. Thanks.